kiddos, we are on page 116 of your Roots book doing Scrib Script, which means to write. Makes sense, right? Script, to write. You know what script is, another name for cursive. It's a good thing. All right, our first word is ascribe. We're going to skip over that first literal definition and look at the second. To attribute, from the roots add meaning to and scrib meaning to write. So to write to, but here really we mean like to give credit to attribute something to someone. So we're going to listen to a little bit. I don't usually use anything with any kind of religious background, but that's all I could seem to find on YouTube, and I wanted you guys to have something fun to watch. So let's take a look. This is a song.
Ascribe to the Lord, Almighty ones. Ascribe to the Lord for His strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory to His name. In the splendor of His holiness, worship Him.
So the song's talking about how, you know, you're giving credit to, in this case, right? That's the idea of what ascribe means. Here, our sentence, his parents ascribed his actions to his eagerness to succeed. So the reason he did those things was because he was so eager to succeed, right? Our next word is conscription, from the roots con meaning together and script meaning to write, so to write together. Skip over the first definition. We're looking at the second noun, an enforced enrollment or military draft. I just want to point out really quickly in this definition, I know it's a noun even though your book doesn't say it is, or even if I just didn't know that, because there's an "and" here, right? So having those articles at the beginning of a definition often is an indicator that what you're looking at is a noun. What we have here is a draft card. So men born on or after April 28, 1877 and before February 16, 1897 here had to sign up for the draft. That's the age window they were looking for at this time. And you had to fill in all this information so that if the United States needed people to be drafted, to be conscripted, or to be essentially forced into the military because of a war, think World War II, we talked about Vietnam on the 50th anniversary, right? So all of those had a draft. We don't use the draft now. However, when people sign up to get their license, a lot of the time that they have to fill that out. Anyway, just in case, right? All right, our next word is inscribe, from the roots in meaning in. That's easy to remember, right? And scrib meaning to write, so to write in. As the dedication of a book. So this would be the original meaning, right? That we actually engraved words in stone to write in stone. But now we really mean it as this, when you dedicate your book. Okay? Manuscript, a composition for publication. That's a noun. Again, look, there's an article at the beginning. Oh, that's how I knew it was a noun. Has the root manu, meaning hand in it. Script, meaning to write, so to write by hand. But we use that composition for publication. So here's a stack of manuscripts, and this is what a manuscript might look like after it's been to an editor, right? So you see they've written in chapter 1 up here, and there are all kinds of revisions and edits all over the page. This is why I make you practice revising and editing, in case you're wondering. All right, nondescript, from the roots non meaning not, and script meaning to write. So not easy to write about or describe, or lacking in distinctive qualities. So if you've ever met someone and later on someone's like, oh, what did he look like? And you're like, a person? Because you can't think of anything specific that makes them stand out, that person would be nondescript. Like, oh, he had normal facial features and brown hair, and he was average height, average all around, right? Very nondescript. This video is actually, I'm going to jump ahead a little bit in it. It's of a plane, and the person making the film was recording it because they couldn't figure out what kind of plane it was. Let's turn the sound off on that. And you'll see there are no markings on this plane, right? And so it's a very nondescript airplane. They couldn't figure out whose it was, where it was coming from, where it was going, or why it was there. So that made them a little worried. They recorded it and posted it on YouTube for people to talk about, figure out what it was, right? See, no markings whatsoever. It's a nondescript plane. There's nothing that helps us figure out anything about it. Prescribe, from the roots pre meaning before and scrib meaning to write down a rule beforehand, or in medicine to order treatment. So here's my favorite prescription. For everybody, right? Just for today. Don't get angry, don't worry, but be grateful, work hard, be kind to others. Apply morning and evening as deemed necessary throughout the day. It's kind of a silly prescription, I know. But essentially, it's a treatment ordered. So anytime you go to the doctor and they give you a prescription, right, they've written down what you need to take. It's your ordered treatment. Prescribe, from the roots pro, meaning before, and scrib, meaning to write. We're going to skip over the first one. Well, in ancient Rome, to publish the name of one condemned to death, right? We don't really use that anymore, because I don't know about you, but we don't live in ancient Rome, and we don't prescribe tons of people to death. So we're going to skip to the second one. To condemn or forbid is harmful. Ooh. When we talk about that, in this case, I'm looking at smoking, right? Here's our sentence from the book. Some religions prescribe abortion. All right, a scribe, a noun, one who copies manuscripts. So in this case, it's a person who actually takes time. And here you can see the Book of Kells. This was a manuscript that was created by monks in Ireland. And over here you see the actual scribe creating the manuscript. So that's what this person's job is. They're creating a manuscript here. Script is the next word. So script can be, like we said earlier, handwriting, right? So when you practice your script as a kid, or it can be the written copy of a play used by the actors to learn their lines. And so here we have, I know iCarly's your favorite because you're definitely iCarly age, right? But you see here all these actors and they have scripts, and in just a moment they're going to start actually reading the scripts.
Guys! Ready gives them a be serious look. Thank you, Court. You can go now. Go where? I don't know. Wherever you came from. You've already decided to move on.
Congratulations, Court.
So here you see that they're actually reading those lines off of their scripts as they practice. All right, scripture is a very simple definition. The Bible. You guys can remember that one. Subscribe, from the root sub meaning under and scrib meaning to write. So to write under, to write one's name on an agreement as to subscribe to a magazine or to give support or approval to an idea. A little Bieber love for the Bieber fans out there. A little Facebook like here. Every time you like something, you're giving it support or approval, right? And our last word is transcribe. So transcribe, from the roots trans meaning over and scrib meaning to write, so to write over again, as to transcribe notes. After taking dictation in shorthand, he immediately transcribed his notes on the word processor. That's kind of what's happening here, right? So something that's been written by hand is being typed up. That's transcription. Or here you see someone listening to something and then writing it out. We often refer to that as transcribing as well. Okay? That should be all of our words and roots. Make sure to do the exercises, and for my kiddos, the Kia. If you have any questions, you know where to come. Study hard. Don't forget to study your old roots. Best of luck on roots. Bye.